We all got the same 24. What you gonna do with yours?
What's good? What's good? Welcome to the GinTV podcast. As always, your boy EAZY.
Hey, when the sauce guys.
And as always, we have some very, very special guests in the room today. We got the ladies from the LadiesPitch podcast. We got Haiti Baby in here.
What's up?
And we got Dory in here.
Hi.
Yeah, I remember this time.
You remember?
But as well, you guys don't know, but in the previous intro that will no longer be on this, we had stated that you guys are from New York City. And my question was, like I said, every month I always see some realtor trying to like sell somebody an apartment in like Manhattan, right? For it's like 3 square feet for like $6,000. And my question to New Yorkers is like, is it worth it living in New York? Under those circumstances?
It depends. It depends. It really depends. I think it depends because we grew up in New York, so we know what it's like. For people who don't grow up in New York, they just see all the glamour and let's go party till 5 a.m. But it's like
they don't see the rats on every corner.
Yo, facts. Like it's like that shit that we were doing when we were like 16. So it's like we're over it. Like,
I mean, but how do you guys afford to live though? Like, I get
well,
the rats.
I get the rats. Hood is not $6,000.
Yeah, it's still like what, $1,200 for like a 1-bedroom?
Yo,
try.
Exactly.
I was paying at one point in the Bronx $1,300 for a studio, and it was probably this size.
This size?
Yes, $1,300 a month for a studio.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all
but
probably
the
can't
area
tell.
was.
This is one of these studios that look a lot bigger on camera. Cause when you walk in,
It does.
she be like, damn, she a little tight.
Yeah.
Already bapping out. Like, where would I put the bed and shit?
No, seriously. But it also depends like where you live at, because the Bronx does have in New York, New York City has its nice areas. So let's say, for example, I lived in a very nice area. So it was $1,300 a month for a studio, but the area was worth it. As opposed to like if you're living in the South Bronx and it's like you have to hear bachata music or reggaeton until 7 a.m. outside, But
All right, so where in New York don't you want to live in other than the South Bronx? Like, is that just the one place, or like is there more?
Each borough has its own little, I guess, designated area.
I mean, so like you just recently moved up from New York. So like, how was the transition for you when you came over here and was able to get a lot more space?
Oh, let me tell you that when I first moved here, so we moved because we bought a house.
Okay.
And when I couldn't sleep because it was too quiet.
I've heard that before.
It was too quiet in Connecticut? It was too quiet. I could hear the squirrels on the roof in my house. And I used to be like, what the fuck? I couldn't do it. I couldn't sleep for months. It took...
You needed to hear gunshots really.
I needed to hear sirens. The neighbor yelling from down
I need to know there's murder outside.
Yes, danger.
For me to feel safe.
It was too quiet, right?
This safe shit just isn't it.
It's crazy because, and then now it's like, yo, I don't even lock my door, and she gets on me all the time because I don't lock my door. I never lock my door.
I'm gonna give you some Connecticut advice. Don't be fooled. Like, because people think Connecticut is like straight up like country clubs and like just the nicest place on earth. I mean, I know it's dark right now, so I don't know if you guys really caught where you guys are at. And, you see, like you see how the street that you parked on? This is the good side. Literally 5 feet to the right, where your car is parked, is. You don't leave your door locked.
Okay.
Wow. Yeah. And she said it too. She was like, I think we're in the hood. She actually said that. She's like, I think Waterbury's the hood.
This ain't the hood.
Well,
that's
right.
No.
Wow, that's crazy.
Watch your mouth.
Right? No,
where we're at right now.
He's like, not here.
You want 50 feet? That's the hood.
That's crazy. It's like Washington, D.C., right?
You know what's funny? That's actually like what Connecticut's mostly like. It's such a transitional area because like you can literally like, it's like feet. Like you can go from like the nicest neighborhood to like the biggest shithole.
Wow.
Now Waterbury is a slum, so you were right.
Where my sister lives. So my sister lives in Stratford too, and my sister,
y'all got money.
Her side of the street is Stratford. Across the street is Bridgeport.
Oh.
Yeah. It's crazy.
I don't know anything about Bridgeport. Is bad? Is a bad thing?
No, it's not that it's
I don't even want to say because I'm scared some Bridgeportans are going to hear it.
Oh, okay. So.
If y'all think Waterbury bad, Bridgeport is a completely different story.
Bridgeport is like the Bronx.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's at home.
Okay.
It's home
it's like home.
Okay.
Also, all right.
So
that's where the bodegas are.
So you said you feel like you can't have a childhood in New York?
I did say that. So I wanted to leave New York because I didn't want to raise my kids in New York because I felt like I didn't have a childhood. But there's a lot of factors to that we will not get into today because we don't have enough time. But I feel like, like when I grew up in New York, my mom was really strict. And yeah, it wasn't like the best because it was the Bronx and it was the hood and whatever. But I was still able to like go to the park across the street and like, you know.
I don't.
No, well.
No, go ahead.
Right. So I was still able to like just go to the park and like hang out. And it was always like, you know, until the street lights come on, you know, like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I couldn't do that with my kids. Get out of here. Like, no, where you think you're going? Like, it's not happening.
Yo, it's crazy. Like, as a dad myself now, like, when I tell you, like, I would leave my house when I was a kid, I'd leave my house at like 9 a.m., come back at 9 p.m. Like, no, and no one in my family would hear about, I have no phone. Like, yo, I would go 12, 14 hours without any contact from my family. Like, they're just counting I make it back at the end of the day.
Yeah,
like, it's crazy. Yo, I won't even
like that now.
Yo, when I let my son take out the garbage, which is 20 feet from the door, I'm like, I got my head out the window. Like, yo,
text me when you get there.
Like I would.
It's crazy.
It's crazy. My kids do that.
I mean, do you think it's because times change, or do you think it's because like we just don't let kids go outside anymore? So like the kids are a lot more sheltered.
I think it's a combination of both. I don't consider myself a helicopter parent. I really don't.
Okay.
Like one of those parents that like shelter their kids from everything. I don't consider myself that. I'm very open and I'm very honest with my kids, and I talk to them like they're adults. I always have. That's probably why my 8-year-old feels like she's like 57.
Okay.
So I think it's a combination of both. Since we moved here, I can say that I definitely see the difference. Like I definitely see the difference in my kids. Yeah, in my kids. My son was 10 when we moved. He's going to be 16 in August. And there's just such a difference. There's a difference. My little ones, they don't even know like what New York is really about because they were 2 and 4 when we moved.
Okay.
So it's like,
you consider that a good thing?
I do consider that a good thing.
So you let them outside to play now?
Well, yeah, they have a yard now.
Just a
and
backyard.
And a pool.
They have a yard now. We have a trampoline and a pool. Like
a trampoline.
They done moved up and probably cheaper than New York rent.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, definitely cheaper than New York rent.
So you live in New York still. How do you feel about it?
I actually live in Jersey.
Oh, I heard that's even worse.
But that's like the uppity
I live in the area where it's like, it's not suburban, but it's a lot quieter. But they have that little pinch of the Bronx, so I hear the sirens occasionally, and I'm like, it feels like home.
That's why like the New Yorkers like step up, like they take a step up and they decide to
go
to
across
Jersey.
the bridge.
Yeah, they go to Jersey. So I've been to Connecticut.
I've been in Jersey for 3 years.
That's a full transition. Like you was over life in New York completely.
Facts.
Speaking of New York, I seen recently that the King of New York got beat up.
Tekashi?
Yeah.
We don't claim him.
Y'all don't claim him?
Oh,
Nuh-uh.
Yeah. We don't claim him.
We don't claim him. We don't claim the mayor
like the
of
New
New
York
York
mascot.
either.
Yeah, we don't claim him.
He had Josh Streets on lock for a couple of years ago.
No, please. I wasn't bumping him.
You wasn't bumping no?
I wasn't bumping Tekashi.
Get out of here.
That wasn't. That's just not. I'm very like 90s, so
Okay.
I'm more of a fan of the 90s hip hop and R&B.
I seen a lot of people, especially from New York, right? Like ecstatic he finally got his ass beat. How did you guys feel about that?
I didn't care about that, honestly.
I feel like he's an asshole because he is. He's a douche.
Yeah.
But I don't think that anybody deserves to get their ass beat like that. Like it's not that serious.
Like,
and if you kind of know like what went on,
old beef.
Yeah, and like if you know what kind of went on, listen, I'm born and raised in the hood. Like I understand the whole no snitching and stuff like that, but they were kind of being real grimy to him, like his own peoples, his own clique, his own gang, whatever. So it's like,
do you know the justified snitch?
I justify his snitching.
Snitch.
I justify his snitching just a bit because of what was going on. Like,
once you fuck the baby moms, it's like crazy.
Yeah, they were fucking his baby mom and all that.
Like, my man's. Like,
the ultimate disrespect. So it's like, why should I be loyal to you? Like, you're doing that type of shit to me. So
I mean, what do you think?
Like, was it justified?
The ass whooping.
I'm not a street dude, bro. Like I don't like none of these.
He's like, I don't know.
At the gym though, like what was that about?
Right when he was alone, like that's some real pussy.
I can't even get my deadlift on.
That was immaculate timing to jump somebody because I saw the video. He was on the Stairmaster right before he got jumped. Have you ever done the Stairmaster?
Yes, I have.
Bro, you have.
Yes.
Yo, once you do 10 minutes on the Stairmaster,
Yes,
you're
and
done.
you're dead.
Jelly legs.
Yes.
Jelly legs.
On you, yo. Like, yo, those ops were on point. I'll give him that. Like,
Yeah, they were peeping. He's on the Stairmaster. He's gonna be
He
real
gonna be
vulnerable
tired.
and
His legs are gonna
tired.
be.
I mean, those ops are stupid though. Like they have a membership to the fucking gym anyway, so of course you're gonna fucking get caught. Like that.
all three of them just got arrested.
Dumb
recently.
as fuck. Like
Did you see though that one of their girlfriends started a GoFundMe
yeah, for them.
What,
To get
bail
them
money?
to get them
Yeah.
out of? Yeah.
Oh, bitch.
I'll tell you what. If the streets is real, that GoFundMe should be maxed out.
What was it like
ASAP.
100K?
I don't know what it's on, but I know that they
you feel me?
started.
Like, yo, if this street life shit is real, right? Like they should get the praise for jumping them, right? For like handling the business. That GoFundMe should hit 100K like by yesterday.
But it's not real because if
I
it
know
was
it's not
real,
real. That's why
they would have been like done something about Tekashi. He's in the hood plenty of times. Like he's.
I mean, honestly, my opinion on it,
documenting
I feel like
himself in the hood.
the whole situation was just dumb as fuck. Like the nigga's richer than you. He's more put on than you. Like the nigga's more famous than you, and you're beating his ass for what? Just to get
Exactly.
some clout for 2
Clout.
seconds. Clout for
Right.
2 seconds. Like off of some beef that doesn't even have nothing to do with you. Like I understand
That's
if it
what
was
I'm
like
saying.
if it was a
old
niggas
beef.
that
It's
like
stupid.
that he snitched on. All right, that makes sense. But like for some random niggas to just beat this nigga's ass for God knows whatever reason, get the fuck out of here, bro.
I mean, in reality, like once you leave the hood, what bothers me is the fact that a lot of these like artists that come from the hood or whatever, they come from the bottom. They try to stay loyal, and I get it. Like you want to give back to the hood where you came from and stuff like that. But at times you want to be loyal to the people and to the hood that will turn their back on you. Like the minute you do something or you reach a certain status where they're like, or you've made it, we're gonna rob. The same people will set you up and rob you.
Yeah.
So it's like, what are you being really loyal to? Like some people want to be in the hood and still visit the hood once they make it out. It's like, I don't
Cardi
agree
B.
with that. Yeah, like
Cardi B, stay on her.
you gotta leave it behind.
She does
That's
that shit
it.
still?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's
She most
and then she'll
definitely
go on
does.
live and she'll be like, "Hi, Bridge, like I'm out here."
Yeah,
Like,
she's in the hood in the Bronx. Like,
Yeah,
girl,
yeah,
they
it's the
will
hood
rob
hood.
your ass
Man,
out
the
there.
She was my
the
neighbor,
hood
let me
boogers
stop.
deep in her.
She's a real hood bugger though.
yeah,
I
that's
love
like-
Cardi B.
Yeah,
She's
I
a
love
hood bugger.
That's in her
Hood
like
bugger.
Adams type of shit.
Yeah.
That's ingrained in her.
Yeah.
Like, you can't take that shit out, man.
She's a real
Yo,
hood
but you got a
bugger.
good point, bro. Like the dudes that jumped them, like had no affiliation.
No
with
affiliation,
like
bro.
with none of the people that actually.
it was
actually
just
snitched on.
random.
Just
Like,
to say he got caught, and then everybody's on Facebook praising these niggas. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
For what?
No,
Like
no,
I'm happy.
But that's
I'm happy
probably
he
what
got
they were
caught.
looking for.
Like, I'm gonna be a
that
hood,
yeah.
I'm gonna be a
little bit
hood
of
hero.
recognition.
Right.
I'm gonna be a hood hero.
They don't even know what's Treyway. They like, wait, what? What was that? Like, they have no idea. But it's just the fact, the clout that comes with,
Nah, the dumbest-
fucking up Tekashi.
The dumbest thing I feel like on his part, he was rocking with no security. Like I don't care where you're at, especially when you have like making threats like that and you're fucking trolling everybody.
But why
Yeah, at
don't
least
you
gotta
have a
walk-
gym at your house?
You got to walk with
like
security.
you got
at
all
least.
this money. You throw away all this money.
I don't
Have
think-
your own
I really don't
gym.
think he got money like that.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know if he has money
You don't think
like
so?
that.
You think he exhausted everything?
What?
You think he exhausted everything?
I think when I say I don't think he got money like that, I think he has money compared to like the average citizen. Like he's probably wealthy compared to us.
Right.
But like, is he get a personal gym type of shit like wealthy?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
It's not even that expensive to have a
A
But
trainer,
yo,
a
yo,
personal
yo,
trainer.
but yo, see,
He can afford.
but you on his level. We're
Personal
talking
trainer,
about us.
but not a
You got to pull on a
personal
trampoline. You got to pull on a trampoline. You got big money like the Tekashi. Right? you got a gym. I get it. Not us.
right. I have an elliptical.
She has
machine.
mad shit in her house, like workout shit in her house.
Yeah. Fuck, you
That's
should
what I'm
invite
saying.
him over for a
If
workout.
I
next
can do it, he can do it. That's what I mean. That's all I mean.
He runs. He just runs his mouth. That's it. That's all the running he
I mean,
does.
he
He
made
needs
a-
to build up his arm so he can defend himself.
He made a living off running his mouth.
Yeah.
I mean, yo, isn't that what we're trying to do? Podcasting, like running our mouth.
Yeah.
Get paid for this shit.
Pretty
You
much.
know what's funny? I saw
True.
a text out between him and Steve would do it, and he was like, Steve would do it, text him and was like, man, I'm sorry, I saw what happened. He said, yo, it was so amazing. Like his reply back to him was like, it was so amazing. Like he was unfazed by this shit.
What Tekashi said it was amazing to
Yeah.
get jumped.
Yeah, like it
What?
was almost
He
exhilarating for this
misses
nigga.
that? He misses getting his ass beat? Like, what the
I could see him being a fucking nut job and actually liking that shit. Like,
Probably. He's from what? He's from Brooklyn, I think.
Yeah, he's from Brooklyn.
He's,
He
yeah.
seemed
That's why we
quite
don't claim
upset in the video. He
Really?
didn't seem to really be enjoying like the ass.
I mean,
whooping as it was
obviously,
happening.
as it's happening, like you're just like, yo, let me get the fuck out of here. But like,
He got the jelly legs. He's like, damn, I just came off the stairs.
you know, like after a good workout, like you feel like as you're doing the workout, you're like, this shit sucks. But when you go home and relax, you're like,
feels
I'm
good.
actually happy. I'm actually happy I did that.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I got a question for you guys off on one of your episodes I watched.
Oh,
Oh,
boy.
Lord.
So it was you talking. I'm guessing about your sex life, right? I guess you recently got some bad D,
Oh, yes.
Right?
Yes. I
but you
did.
said like you felt it. You felt like the D was gonna be trash, right? Because the
Mhm.
Oh,
guy
yeah. That was.
did not project big dick energy.
He did not at all.
Was it
So-
the same guy that she told you not to fuck to begin with?
Yes.
I knew you weren't gonna
Yes.
listen. As I'm watching this, I was
I
like,
did it for the pod.
she's not
Let me
gonna listen
stop.
to him.
I respect
Yeah.
that shit.
I did it for the pod.
No, so my question to you is like, all right, how could you tell when a guy has big dick energy?
His confidence.
Yeah, I was gonna say
The
that. There's like a
confidence.
level of confidence that just comes
Mhm.
with it.
With a pinch of arrogance.
Or the so you
Pinch.
want
But
to-
it's
Like
it's
a
like you
sprinkle.
don't exude it. Like it's just like it just comes out of you. You don't like actually like talk on it
you
or
step
whatever.
in a room and you just know you're the shit. Like,
So
oh,
fellas,
eyes on you type
ladies
shit.
love toxic masculinity.
No, why is
Essentially,
that? Well, you should
They
be
love it.
confident. What is like? There's nothing toxic about that. Like you should be confident in yourself. Like if you say, "Yo, I know I'm the shit," that's it. Like you don't have to.
That's all big dick energy is. Is there anything else to it? Or no?
Yeah, it's all like it's confidence. It's a pinch of arrogance. It's how you move, how you talk, how you can move in a room full of people. Like conversation. That type
So
of
what
shit.
about-
I'm big with conversation.
Okay.
So if we can talk about whatever and you're confident about what you're saying, like you got me. He didn't exude any of that.
Have you met the guy?
Yeah, I met him.
Oh.
We met him. We were together in the
really?
Uber
Okay.
when we
All
met
right.
him.
Oh yeah, true.
Yeah. I got out the Uber first and she stayed talking to him because nothing
But
about
we
him
were-
said BDE. So I'm like, I'm out of here.
We weren't talking about that. We weren't even talking about that. That's the funny part.
Yeah,
Like,
they
So if it said
weren't.
BDE, you was sticking around?
I mean, I was a little intoxicated. Maybe I would have given a conversation, but sometimes my friendly conversation leads nowhere. So
Right.
That's
I mean,
because
so-
your friendly conversation may not be friendly.
I mean, well, that's on you. That's a personal problem.
So you ignore all red flags. So like, what called
Oh
what
yeah,
called you
I
towards
ignore all the flags,
him?
all
what called
the
you
time.
What drew you in towards him?
Nothing, absolutely nothing.
So you just knew off rip that this was a bad idea, and you decided to go with it.
Absolutely nothing.
She was also intoxicated
Yo,
and
you know what
being
it was, bro?
friendly.
Yo, it was proximity dick. It was the closest thing around. Yo.
No, because it wasn't even on like the day that I met him. Like, when we were talking about something that I needed done in my house.
Okay.
And he happened to know a plumber. So I'm like, all right. So we exchanged numbers. And then I don't know. I guess the text
She said
messages-
something about his wife. He said he was married. He did say off bat that he was married.
He said he was married. And
Respect,
I
respect.
said, yeah. And I was like, well, like, make sure you tell your wife that I'm not trying to break your happy home.
You were.
That
You were.
I just need the number to your plumber guy.
You-
like, that's it.
I felt like you knew what you were going into it for. Like,
I actually meant that. Like, when I say things like that, I actually mean it.
I believe that you didn't want to break up the family.
but I felt
But
like
I'm
she
gonna
wanted.
still fuck you.
No, I didn't even
Exactly.
want
But yo, I
that.
want you to keep your family
Yeah,
intact.
100%. I don't think you wanted to break up the family, but I felt like you wanted this nigga.
I didn't want to fuck him
Yo,
either, though.
To me, I'm like, you're like, all right, I'm gonna be a
That's-
respectable side chick. I'm not gonna be one of these home wreckers. You know what I mean?
Like,
But
you
she's-
got
no, that wasn't.
That's you know what? I'm not even gonna lie to you. Like that really is me though. Like I need you to tell me what I'm stepping into so that if I need to lie for you, I will lie for you.
So you were cool with it.
But the thing is that it wasn't supposed to happen. It
No,
was
she
supposed to
wasn't.
go
Because
that way.
you know how I know? Because we weren't talking about it. Because immediately, like when they say that women know whether they're gonna fuck you when they meet you, that is a fact.
That's
we
a
know
fact?
that's
That
a
is
fact. That is a fact.
So
Like,
once
we
again,
know.
she knew she was gonna fuck him when
No,
she met him.
No.
that wasn't on her mind because we didn't even speak
Oh,
Oh, so
about him.
he beat the odds,
He really did. He really did. He was not gonna get in here.
but he
Yeah.
got it.
And
But
I
he
told
got
her,
it.
I'm like,
I love
don't-
underdog victories. That's what I love.
You root for the underdog?
Absolutely.
Yo, let me ask you a question, bro. Do you think you give out big dick energy?
I don't know.
Is there medium?
I don't know.
Is there
I've
medium
never heard
dick
that
energy?
before.
Is there what?
Like, is there medium dick energy? Is
I'm
there-
sure there is, but we
Yeah,
just
I'm
don't
sure
care
that
for
there
it.
I don't know. I don't even. That's not on the day-to-day thought. Like,
Like, do you care for mid pussy? I'm sure no. Like,
if
you
the
want
head
it's
is
either
good, yeah.
bad or.
If the head is good, yeah.
I mean,
See,
yo,
that's where we
yo,
differ.
Yo, do
If the head is good, you don't care if the pussy's trash.
I feel like pussy's pussy. Honestly,
Wow. I don't like that.
Yeah, I don't like that.
this is just a different face.
yo,
What-
'cause, yo,
what that mouth do,
Because
though?
head is it's a skill.
I agree.
Pussy's like you got what you got.
Right.
Like you know what I'm saying?
There
Like
ain't nothing that can be changed about
it's-
that.
whatever is
Head is
inside there is
technique.
inside of there. Like that's what it's gonna
You
feel
gonna
like.
get what I have. Pussy.
Head is like because your head you could put work into making your head amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you can work on
It's
your
the
pussy
suction,
too.
it's the spit, it's everything. It's
Nah,
the
the
little
pussy too.
little moans also. Nah, pussy.
I mean, what
Pussy's
you doing,
pussy.
like Kegels every day, like trying to get that pussy right. Like
I mean, if women care about perfecting their craft, then
What craft? Laying there?
I
Who's
mean,
that laying
those are the type
there?
of women you fuck. Then that's I don't know.
yo, do you?
You can fuck back even a missionary. I don't
yo,
know
do
if
you-
y'all know
yo,
that.
Is there,
but...
is there such thing as big pussy energy?
No, no. But
Yes,
you
there
can
is.
tell when somebody do got good pussy.
You can tell.
How?
I feel it. You
What's
can
that?
tell when
I've heard
somebody
that.
got good
I've
What's
pussy.
heard
that?
that.
Yo, what's that Drake line? Like I could tell the head good before I even get her or something.
Yeah,
that's-
yeah.
You can sense it, bro.
So what is it? Now you explain.
Yeah.
I don't
Right.
know. I guess for me, it's different for everybody. Like for me personally, it's like a personality thing. You know, like
Mm-hmm.
I feel like the head or the pussy is fire. Like typically one or the other's fire. I feel like it's very rarely you get like a
combo.
not a trifecta,
The
but like
combo.
the combo, a good combo going.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
All
I
right.
feel like most
so,
of the time it's like mid. You
All right,
know,
let
it's
me-
like just cool.
2 more questions. Can you have big dick energy with a little dick?
Yes.
Yeah, you can.
Really?
Absolutely.
I had good little dick before.
Hell
You got
yeah.
good little dick?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
So
Mhm.
how does that work? Like, could you tell? Like, or is it just like it's like a surprise type of
No,
shit?
because they have to make up for it somehow.
Okay.
A man knows what he has. So if he
Right.
knows he has a little dick, then he has to make up for it in other departments.
How does
How does he make up for it?
His confidence,
So
his
he's like
personality, sense of humor, all those other
Right.
things.
All right, so
Yeah.
big
Come
dick
into
is
play.
here, and where's little dick? Is it like higher up, lower down, lower?
What do you mean? Like,
Like in the confidence level? Like, do they have to show more confidence than big dick
he
niggas?
has to, absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, so,
He
so
has
you-
to make
so
up
what you're
for
saying is
it.
the loudest in the room.
Not loudest, no. The loudest in the
No.
room, nah.
Because confidence doesn't necessarily make you loud. You can be confident and be like just in the cut.
Okay, I see
Like
that.
it could just come out of you. Like you don't have to like actually
Yeah.
project it.
I definitely look for the guys in the cut.
So what type of energy do I give off?
Well, that's a good question. So y'all just met him, or you just met us? I'm gonna.
Look at my Richter scales.
Where is this dick?
So you
where's
know
his
what?
dick energy? at?
All right, you know what he does have? Like I said, I look for the quiet one in the room. You're quiet.
Okay.
Those quiet ones are dangerous.
Okay.
So yeah, I would give BD.
All right.
Are you-
What about you?
I don't know because I don't look for it.
So you don't have a skill. It's just
I
like
do.
whatever. I mean, but clearly, because we just heard the story not too long ago.
It all flies.
We just heard the story not too long ago.
It all flies. Yo.
It's all making sense right now.
This is terrible.
The fact that they're asking for this guy on the pod is so funny. Like I'm like, oh my god, you think we can get him on?
100%.
The guy that you fucked?
Yeah.
I think that'll be
Bro,
an interesting
We need
story.
to hear this side of the story, right? Like,
Yo,
We've
I got-
thought about it.
I'll be real with you.
It'll be a
I do
complete.
be needing a plumber too.
Yo, there's no fucking plumbers out here. Like,
No,
what's
that's
up
what I'm saying.
with
Like,
that?
yo, you know what it is? Yo, everybody wants to be a fucking podcaster. Nobody
No.
wants to.
What happened to all the
podcast-
trade jobs?
Yo, podcasters, rappers. That's all there is now. Like nobody wants to do like
Yeah.
the traditional jobs anymore.
Right.
Well, I don't think you got the
So
type of tender
funny.
he want. Clearly, like
What do you
I don't
mean?
know.
you're not gonna give him the type of currency he want. He wanted more than just money. He wanted like something else also.
No, bro, I
No,
just-
but
I
he
just-
wasn't the plumber. He just knew.
He knew
one.
someone.
okay.
But
Yeah,
he knew,
yeah.
let me tell you something. This guy knew that he was trash because what did he ask you once it was done?
Oh, he asked how it was.
If you have to ask how was it, that means it was whack. I'm sorry.
And what did I say?
You told me the truth.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, bro, this-
I told you she's
Absolutely.
brutally
What did you say?
honest.
Huh?
What did you say?
I said,
He
you
asked her,
know,
did she come? She was like, no.
yeah. He asked me, did I come? And I said no.
Oh, that's why I never ask. It's irrelevant information to me, honestly.
Damn. No, yeah, he asked and I said no. And then he was like, oh, I feel bad now. And I was like, why? I'm like,
You should, as he should.
I was like, whatever.
Yo, you're a real one, yo.
Yo, when she
Yeah.
told me afterwards, because I know how honest she is. I'm like, you told him? She's like, yeah. I'm like, oh my God, you're a savage. And then he left, like afterwards. Like,
Well, he's
because
like-
I guess,
he's
you know,
probably
because he's.
ashamed, like.
Yeah, he
No,
was.
but
He was
he's
embarrassed.
been trying to crash at her crib
Mm.
because his wife kicked him out all within 6 days.
You know what? This is my only advice to men, and like, because I remember when I was younger in my teens, fucking, and if I like did a bad job, I'd feel bad afterwards. Like if I busted too quick, yo, but as you get older in life, yo, just accept it.
Nah,
yo,
man.
Nah,
You know what's funny, bro?
Just like, yo, nah, fuck all that. Yo,
No.
not everybody's gonna get the best out of you. You know what I'm saying?
That is
And
true.
that
Not
I
everybody
agree
is
with
gonna
that.
get the best out of you.
fuck-
Absolutely.
Yo, because the thing is that, yo, when he's sticking in, you already know what kind of, like when a guy sticks it in, he already knows what kind of sex it's gonna be.
Yeah.
Like, as soon as I'm in that shit, I'm like, okay.
Oh, this is about to be a quick one.
Yo, we doing a quick shift. We doing a quick shift. We in and out.
But you gotta start doing math
Yo,
in your
but-
head, bro.
Yo, but see, when I was younger, I'd be like, fuck. Like,
And it
like
seemed like
how can I used to be like, yo, how could I put the blame on her? Like, I got
Oh my god.
Pisces toxic shit right there.
I hate y'all.
say some shit like,
So I'm surrounded by. Oh no, because you're an Aquarius,
I'm an
right?
Aquarius, yeah.
Okay, never mind. I was
Yeah, I
like,
used to
I'm
be like,
surrounded
yo,
by fucking fish.
I'll try to come up with all types of excuses. Yo, like, fuck, man.
That's horrible.
And it seemed like the
Yo,
more you
it's
try to
not-
not to think of
Yo,
it, the
it's
more
either,
you do.
it was either my ego or yours. Like, I had to make a choice. To
One of,
choose
us,
myself.
one of us gotta fall in this thing.
Fucking with me is gonna be both of our egos because I'm gonna just say some stupid shit too afterwards. Like,
We both mad then. Fuck it.
yeah, we both mad. then.
exactly.
I
We
live with
both
that.
mad.
Instead
I'm
of me
petty
just-
too,
Instead of me
like-
just feeling like shit by myself. Nah, hell no.
So whatever.
Mm-mm. Yeah, no, I was honest. I told him it was trash.
I mean, so what made it trash?
Where do we start? We got time?
Yeah, we got time. Go ahead.
Okay. He was oh my god. Did you guys hear about the audacity of him showing up to my house with magnums?
Nah, I didn't catch that.
That's
part.
dropping
I
tonight.
didn't
That
catch that
story.
No,
I didn't catch that part.
that's 11 o'clock one, right?
Yeah, it's
Yo.
midnight one. Midnight. That story. Yes, yo. The crazy thing is that like, who told this man
Who lied to you? Like
that he is supposed to wear magnums?
Yo, it sounds like you're just as upset as she is.
I am. I'm all for my homegirls
Yeah,
having
she
good
She got the
sex.
dick vicariously
Yo,
through her.
she got secondhand bad dick. Yo.
Yo.
Collateral damage. Yo.
Because it's the audacity for me. Like, I'm just like, I don't know. I take sex very seriously. So it's like, what are you doing? Like,
I know,
sir.
I do too. I told him, I was like, don't worry about it. Like, that's what I have toys for.
All right, so he put up with the golden ticket. And what was wrong?
No, it doesn't fit.
didn't have the
like, come on
equipment.
now. Like, by now, you're in your 30s.
I mean, he been fucking with his wife. You never know. He probably doesn't use condoms.
His wife is trash for that. She should have been honest. Like, you think I'm gonna marry someone that's
know what's-
like,
Yeah,
no.
You know what's
Nah.
crazy? I've never tested this out, right? But
Mhm.
I actually I read this on Facebook, but that all condoms are actually most condoms are like 90% of condoms are actually all the same size, but magnums just market themselves to be a bigger condom.
be
so
bigger?
like it's more appealing like for you to buy
Right.
it and like actually looks it looks more impressive.
Well, we're going to test that theory out later because I have condoms on my nightstand. So
Mm.
we're going to test them out.
Like, you guys have like a live person you're gonna try this on, or like you
No,
just
I'm going to
arrive
put it
with-
on a toy.
You're like, yo,
I'm fucking
I mean,
with
I
that.
come here,
have
guinea pig.
different ones.
You grab a random
different
stranger off the street
sizes.
like
What are you doing later?
I'm done.
You guys need a human.
the human subject.
That's funny.
Yo.
Just be prepared for the truth.
Yo.
She's
Yeah.
gonna give it to you because I stroke egos a bit. Depends of how I like you.
What you fake, Mo?
No, that I don't. I don't fake orgasms, but
I mean, so how do you stroke the ego?
I would just say it was good.
That's a full lie. That's not stroking the ego.
Oh, well, to the
Lie
guy,
to me.
he'll think he was
Lie to
good.
me.
Yeah, see? Like, I just want,
Tell
like,
you that shit is
after
amazing?
that, if I'm not, like, beasting for it afterwards, then you know that it was, like, mid or it was just bad.
Okay.
Because I'm a beast. So if I'm, like, afterwards, I'm like,
You gonna run down
it's-
on them after?
huh?
You gonna run down on them after?
Yeah. If I'm like, yo, we're going to see each other again, like, right after,
Oh, that's
then I'm
enough.
like,
All right.
yeah. Then it was like, oh, that.
Yo, do you tell women the truth?
What? That this shit's fire or trash?
Yeah.
No.
I've never told a girl.
Why?
Honestly, yo, I had this one story, right?
Go ahead. Let's hear it.
Oh, look. Stories
shit
with
is-
Dory. Let's
This
go.
shit is bad.
Go ahead.
All right, so boom. Right, one day, like I'm on, I just got out of like a 2-year situation. Not even like a relationship. It was like a 2-year situation. I was just like on a spree.
Situationship.
Right.
Mm.
I was like on a spree. So ended up like linking up with this one girl. Walking to the crib, instantly started having like this smell of like garbage. Right.
Oh,
Dead ass. The smell of garbage. So she ends up guiding me to a room. Like she had a roommate and shit. She was like, yo, we went home for like the weekend affairs with our parents and we left the trash like in the house. and from the heat, it just like made the entire apartment smell. So I was like, all right, cool. Like I'm sitting there like fucking dying the entire time. But I like
That's
I
crazy.
just gotta
would've
see it
left.
through. Like I gotta see it through. I came around
Gotta
a
see
mission.
it through, my boy.
I came around a mission, so I was like, you know what? I just gotta like see the end of the road to this shit. So we vibing and shit. We're talking. Finally, it's time for us to do the do. And I bent her over, and I'm hitting it from the back, and the smell is getting stronger and stronger.
It's always from the back.
Every pump,
Always from the back. That's when you could tell.
every pump, that shit was smacking me. So I instantly like got out of there. I left, right? So then now she's like fucking blowing me down, and like I'm curving her, like trying to make up all types of excuses on why I can't link
Did you
with her.
finish?
I'm
I
sorry.
think I forced myself to finish.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I forced myself
Do you
to
fake
finish.
nuts? Because I've heard
We don't-
recently that men fake nuts.
I don't
Yeah.
fake my nuts, but I could control my nuts, so like I force myself to nut quicker.
Yeah, I've heard that too. Guys can make them.
Have you ever faked a nut though with a woman?
No, I just make myself nut fast.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
what's a fake nut? Like you pretend to go? Like
Yeah, you pretend to come,
Mhm.
and this is something that I've conversations
like
with men that
It's
they've
not
told
sex
me.
until I nut. So if I don't nut, then I didn't fuck you.
The body don't count if you don't.
Yo, he
That's
sounds
what-
like me. Like, yeah.
Not for-
No, I said that. I'm like, if it's whack, it doesn't count.
No, I definitely count.
Like Meg the
Nah,
Stallion
fuck
said,
that.
the dick ain't
Nah.
slapping,
Nah,
don't count.
God still counted.
God,
Whatever.
listen, God.
All right, cool. So we're going. Like I said, I'm curving her the entire time. Like trying to figure out a way to like not link up with this shit. Finally, long story short, like she ends up hitting me up, and I was like, yo, I gotta break it to her. I was like, yo, like personal hygiene is a big for me. Like you were just like you were smelling bad. Like I think you need to like work on your body odor. She never replied back to me ever since.
So embarrassing.
But I was cool. I was cool with it.
I'm
you know?
Yeah, no,
I'm actually
but,
glad
you
you were
know-
honest.
Yeah.
I mean,
I feel like
outside of that, I was not honest. I've definitely had a lot of bad pussy in my day.
Yo,
What makes it
what?
bad?
Yeah, I was gonna
though?
say, like, what makes pussy bad?
I feel like a lot of women pat themselves on the back a lot.
Let me ask you this,
All
right?
go ahead.
What percent of a good sex would you say you have actually had? Like, if you like were laid out with all your bodies, like say you
Like-
fucked, like say your body count was 10, right?
Like 1%.
Like what percent of that?
1%, literally.
1%.
One?
Honestly, currently 1%.
Yo, it's actually hilarious to me how much women like
Gas themselves up.
No, not even gas. How much women critique men's sex as being bad when in reality, like you guys are, like you said, 80% of women are horrible at sex.
I've heard that too recently.
Horrible.
Yeah.
I honestly, like since I've been podcasting, since I collab with men and have conversations with men, is when I'm starting to learn that a lot of men run into like really bad head and really bad pussy.
But then, I think the biggest difference between men having bad sex and women having sex is like we'll spin the block
Yeah, we're talking.
because like we already
yeah.
fuck it. Like I already put in the groundwork.
Right.
Like you're gonna spread your legs for me anyway. So it's like fuck it. Like it beats me going out like and searching for some
convenient.
good like some.
It's the
better
path
pussy,
of
feel me?
path of least resistance. You know,
That's
like,
also because you guys
we've
don't
already
have
been
power
there.
of the pussy, so you don't have options. We have options to juggle with,
that too.
Ugh.
so it's different.
Probably.
I
What do you mean?
Like we have the power to turn down dick. You guys don't really have the power of the
they
to
get,
turn down
they get hit on
pussy.
more is what they're saying. Like they got more options. And
You
we
have
do.
more
You think
options.
so?
Absolutely.
I think in theory this is true, but the reality of it, I don't think as much women can get a sex as easy as they think they can.
Oh no.
I honestly,
yes,
I
we
think so.
can.
No, I don't.
I think so.
I don't
yeah.
think most women can fuck the guy that they want.
Not the guy that they want, but they could walk outside and fucking grab a
but
nigga.
yo, I think the same applies for
Nah,
men.
I can fuck the man that I want.
Yeah, facts.
I don't know.
I don't
think so.
I mean,
I mean, it's
I would
worked
say,
so far.
I'll say this. You walk into a bar or club, right?
mm-hmm,
When as soon as you walk in, you kind of like you already know who like stands out to you automatically, right?
mm-hmm.
Like it's usually like 2 or 3 guys that are like, all right, like that. That's my first draft pick. Like, if, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, then you got your 3rd round. You got your, like, and so on, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you think you usually end up with your 1st round pick?
Yes.
Okay. That's that Pisces arrogance. I dig it.
Pat yourself on the back.
I'm like, yes, for the most part.
I don't ever go out looking for anybody.
But I'm different because I'm not the type of woman that I can see you, think you're attractive, and automatically be like, I'm going to fuck you. I'm more like, we have to have a conversation. Like, I have to like the
Gotta be a vibe. It gotta
conversation.
be a
Yeah, it's
vibe.
got to be a whole vibe to
Okay.
it.
Right.
Then I'll be like, all right, cool. So it's now I'm older. So now I look for that, like that vibe, that connection type shit before I'm like, all right, I want to sleep with you. As opposed to when I was younger, it was like, oh, he's just good looking. All right, yeah, I want to fuck him. And then I realized that the man can't even hold a conversation. And I'm like, fuck, put that
It's crazy
body.
because conversation don't matter at all for us. Like
It
you could be a
does for
complete
me.
bozo for the sex, yes, but for like a relationship, I mean, for the sex, no. For the relationship, yes. Like
Yeah.
I think that's why most women don't get wifed up by the dude that they like, and they don't realize why. It's like, damn, this guy's fucking me, but like, why won't he wife me up? It's because you're trash. Like as a person, you're just not doing it for him. And but like it's confusing to a woman because like, yo, like he's still fucking me. Like he still comes around.
Because we're very delusional.
We really are.
Women are very delusional. Like we automatically think because he's fucking me, we correlate like fucking
One thing with
like.
the other.
right.
So we think if he's
Mhm.
fucking me, he likes me
Yeah,
type
yeah.
shit. So we just don't know that. We're just like
It's
pussy
two
to
different
this
things.
Well,
guy.
yo, like I've always said,
Yeah.
yo,
We know it. We just ignore it.
Yeah.
Look past it.
I like I've always said, I think women control the sex, men control the relationships.
I've heard that.
Because typically, like most women are not going to ask you to be in a relationship, right? They're not going to get on one knee. They're not going to ask you for marriage, right? They kind of wait for the
Mhm.
guy, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and most guys won't do it until they know they found the right one. But you guys control who you have sex with, like who you know gets in there.
Mm-hmm.
Which I mean,
But at times we can also control the relationship too. It's all depending if you know your own worth. Like, you know, you can meet a man and yeah, you like having sex with him, but he's not boyfriend material or husband material, and we know that
Ever been in that
because
situation?
we know.
Like you were fucking someone, but like you just knew that you wouldn't
yeah,
wanna date them.
yeah.
Was
Mhm.
you knew that because he didn't ask you, or did he actually try to be in a relationship with you?
No, he was trying to be in a relationship with me.
but
but
the dick was good.
The dick was good, yeah, but I knew he wouldn't be like boyfriend. He wasn't boyfriend material.
I think that's a red flag, yo.
Why?
If you're with a guy that wants to be in a relationship, you should be like, what the fuck's wrong with this dude?
He was just that kind of guy though. He was like a relationship dude.
You know what it is?
I think that he was just like one of those serial relationship kind of dudes.
That's a red flag to me.
That
yo.
he can't.
Yeah.
It is a red flag,
is a
and
red
it is.
flag.
And I'm
Right.
like, okay, like why do you want to jump in a relationship if you just got out of one?
Exactly.
Like, don't
That's
you
the
just
problem.
want to be single?
That's a lot of trauma, emotional damage.
Right.
Like,
It's a person that doesn't know how to be
something's up with that guy,
alone.
yeah.
Right. So exactly. So that's what I'm saying. Like
That's Uber.
I feel like if he didn't present the fact that he wanted to be in a relationship, you probably would have wanted him. I feel like when guys are too pushy, women typically take a step back.
That
like if
is
they're
a
pushing
fact.
for sex
Yeah,
or
that is
pushing
very
for a
true.
relationship, then it makes them want to take a step back and be like, whoa, like what the fuck is happening here? Like,
me currently at this stage in my life, I don't want a relationship. Like I'm cool with just it sounds toxic, doing relationship things,
Yeah, I say the
but
same
not
thing.
actually being, because I don't like the whole title.
okay.
And it's mostly
So you wanna
because
be
I
like-
spend
you wanna
I
be for
spend
the
most of my
streets?
life in. No, I don't.
She
That
likes,
was convincing.
She want to be
she
on the
likes
curb.
being alone.
I do. Oh
She
my
loves
god.
She want to be on the sidewalk.
God.
Like she want to see the street and then be like, okay.
I want to occasionally jump in the street, but then just hop back on the
Right.
sidewalk. Like, no, okay. And that's because I love to be alone. So a lot of it is like, it's been, since I've been single. And most of my like 20s, all of my 20s, I was in a relationship. So now it's like in my 30s is when I'm enjoying being single and really finding out like what I want.
How long have
What
you been
I
single?
want. 5 years.
Okay,
Mm-hmm.
Good amount of time.
that's a stretch.
How long you been single now?
9 months, 10 months,
9 months.
Really?
Yeah.
How long were you with the last person you were with?
5 years.
Yeah, 5 years too, my last relationship. Then I was
Yeah.
8 years before that.
Oh no, it was like a year,
With a Pisces
2
man.
years,
Oh,
2 years.
Oh, so you a Pisces woman with a Pisces man?
Mm-mm.
That's my
Mm.
relationship right now.
Really?
My girl's a Pisces.
How long you guys been together?
Oh shit! A while, long time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I pray for her. I'm gonna pray for her tonight.
She could probably hear you through the vents, like,
You-
girl.
No. I respect that. Yo, pray for her to get her shit together. Like, yeah, I dig that. Let's all, group prayer. Everybody hold hands.
It's
Kumbaya
Palm
right
Sunday,
now.
too.
yeah, no, but we definitely clashed a lot. Lasted 8 years, but it
Yo,
is
let me
learn
double back
lesson.
real quick. What do you think bad pussy is
What bad pussy is?
for you?
It's it's lack of sex appeal.
It sounds to me like you guys correlate bad pussy with bad head. Like if the head is bad, then the sex was
No,
trash.
pussy and head
no.
is separate.
Oh,
No,
wait. Different sides of the spectrum.
yeah, completely different.
Okay.
But to me, I think a lot of women, like I said, obviously pussy obviously does feel different, right? Like this, even though we said that kind of typically feels the same, everybody's built different, right? So like you can have good pussy in a sense, but your sex can still be bad because you just lack like it's kind of hard to describe, like almost like sex appeal
Mhm.
and like creativity. I like when women just go with things and they don't make things awkward for me in the
Or
bedroom. 'Cause I get
resistant.
turned off like that. Like any like little
Yeah.
dumb shit. It's just like, all right, like
Hey, you won't let me lick your
Yeah.
toes, bitch.
Right. No.
Just shut the fuck up and just do whatever you want. That's all
And
you
yo,
need to
and
do.
yo,
yeah,
and
I hate
think-
being
yo,
told no.
And effort, yo. I think so many women don't put in effort. When
None
they have
at all,
sex.
bro.
Like, that
None.
definitely like qualifies
That
you for bad
sucks.
sex because it's like most women do just lay there.
Mm-hmm.
It takes like training, like, yo, and that's like, yo, if
Not training.
it is, that's what it is, yo. You know that,
Not training.
you know what's a clear sign to me that someone's usually bad at sex?
Mm-hmm.
If they're a person that's never been in a long-term relationship.
Why?
Because I feel like most of your sex skills are picked up when you're with one person for a long time.
True.
Like you experiment a lot. You know how to work your body. You know how to work a
Mhm.
man's body.
You
know
learn
I'm
what
saying?
you like
Yeah,
and
you
what
learn
they
what you
like.
like, and you typically learn how to like please a man. I feel like a lot of women that are like in and out of stuff, like they're like in situationships for like a couple months. They're just kind of like constantly fucking guys. They're not really picking up skills. Like they're getting fucked, right? But then they end up like finding a guy that's like doesn't really tolerate bad sex, and that's like when they like they're in for like a shock. It's like what do you mean? Like every other guy.
So they're like the married guy with the small dick sharing the disability.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Wow.
And also, a lot of
Okay.
times, like the long-term relationships, it's the sex that holds them together a lot longer than they should have been together.
That is
Which was my case.
Yeah.
8 years, but only like 2 of them were good. Like, what was going on there?
Good
I was
dick,
also
good
young.
dick.
Right. It was the sex. It was the fighting and the making up process of it. That was
I
like,
hate that shit.
yeah.
The
And we were both,
toxicity.
yeah, we were both
that
extremely
shit in
toxic.
your 20s is fine. Like, yo, I remember like, yo, I'd argue and have makeup sex, be amazing. Yo, in my 30s now, like we argue, I don't want to fuck.
Don't
you.
even
Yeah,
I don't want to smell you.
I am-
like,
I
don't
am-
be in the same room.
I am upset. Like, don't touch me until we solve these issues. All right, like put your panties back on.
Unhinged.
Yeah, like,
Unhinged, me woman.
Nah, bro, for real. Like, that shift is so crazy because, like, yo, in your 20s, like, y'all be at each other's neck, right?
Yeah.
And somebody's like a nipple pops out, like, all right, fuck it. I'm telling you, yeah, like, yo, what? No.
Yeah, it's true. It's that's
Nah, we got to
so
resolve
true.
this problem.
No,
It's
I used
so
to keep
true.
when I was married. I've always been able to separate one thing from the other. Like I could be mad at you, but I'm not mad at your penis. That's kind of like how that would go.
That's
I'm not mad from
That's
the
the same
waist
way how we
down.
think about head then. The same way that you have with that you think about
Yeah, like
him
listen,
and the penis.
I'm mad at you. You don't talk to me, but I need him.
You need that. I hate
No,
that.
not now.
All right, so moving on. You said this again on one of your
God,
episodes.
so it's me.
I think you were talking about Nick Cannon going on some type of
Oh,
podcast.
talking
something
about
like
old
Oh.
relationships.
Yeah. And you said you find that to be a very feminine thing to do for men to talk about their past relationships and past girlfriends, right? So
Yes.
I seen this list online of like things that women consider feminine when men do it. So I'm gonna read off the list and you guys tell me is this a feminine thing to you if a man does it.
Oh, okay.
First one, because I found this one hilarious. Is it feminine for a man to smoke hookah?
Says the guy with the hookah in his hand.
And I'm gonna say no because most of the men I know that smoke hookah are Dominican, and Dominican men have sex. So
No, we're gonna
No.
separate the sex, but do you consider that a feminine trait or not?
nah,
Nah, you cool with that? Like you don't mind like going on Snapchat, guys just like,
don't Snapchat it.
You
Now
can't-
that's
Yeah.
feminine.
You can't blow the
It's
hookah
the
in the
Snapchat part
Don't
of it.
blow-
Like,
yeah,
no,
don't
you don't need to
blow.
record yourself.
you can't blow the
You can't
hookah.
blow the smoke.
No.
What makes that
blow the
feminine?
no, just because it's like an oral thing.
Niggas blow weed into the phone.
That's hood shit though. I like
Okay.
that.
They get a pass for that, but hookah niggas don't get a pass. That's crazy.
All right. Next, is it feminine for a man to get his nails painted?
No.
What color? Clear?
We could differ clear and actual colors.
Black.
No.
Like
Colors.
I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of men are actually starting to get like colored
Yeah,
nails. And
yeah.
they're
I
straight,
know.
like
I
straight.
like that. Though.
Yeah.
So you don't.
I don't
consider-
mind it.
You don't mind like a man going like picking up for a date with like pink nails.
It's
no,
a feminine
I'd be
thing
like, yo,
to
let's go
do.
do our nails together.
It's
Really?
a feminine thing to do,
I feel like they're
but
lying-
I
I
don't
feel like they're lying
consider.
to
I
us
wouldn't
right now.
consider the man feminine.
So you can get bagged by a guy with colored nails.
Yeah, it also depends like what other vibe is attached to those
He's
nails.
smoking
Right.
hookah and got nails.
Damn.
Damn, what
You saw
else
it.
was hit him with?
It all
Poor
depends.
He saw the colored nails as he blew the hookah smoke into the phone.
It's a no for me though.
Yeah. Listen,
No,
if you put that, like, let's say on your Hinge profile where you're like blowing the hookah smoke into the thing and you have pink nails, like, no, it's a
Pink nails, I'm okay with like clear, of course. So I'm all for like men having nice hands and like keeping up with the, the
Okay.
manis, soft hands and shit like that. But
All right.
pink nails, nah.
All right. Having a skin routine.
Nah. That's
I love
self-care.
You like that?
Yeah, I like that.
Okay. Showing emotion / crying.
No.
Is that a feminine
Don't
thing?
cry.
How much
Don't cry.
crying? No, I love emotion when a man shows emotion.
No, you don't.
how-
No, you do not.
No, yes,
All
I
right.
do.
Now, on that,
Definitely.
hold on, I'm gonna call you out right now. On
Yo.
that episode, you said niggas need to get therapists. I'm not your fucking therapist.
Exactly.
No,
You did say
okay,
that.
okay,
You
okay,
did say
wait
that.
a minute.
You did say that.
Actually, yo, we
Back
got,
up.
we gotta drop
There's
that.
a
We gotta drop
difference.
that clip. where
We're
we-
calling bullshit all 2023.
No,
Like,
I like for my man to show emotion towards me. I don't like an emotional, unavailable man.
that's not that advice you gave her.
But he's not her man. He's just a guy she's just starting to get to know. Like, that's not
He's supplying
attractive.
her
No,
dick.
not
Yo,
even,
it's gonna
not
be
even.
so awkward when you go to like their next date and he's there.
Oh.
Why?
For her.
No,
I don't
but I'm
care.
not gonna see him again.
Yeah, she's not.
It's over
All
now.
right, we're gonna put some money on this. I'm
with
seeing
it.
him in your future.
I'm with it.
Ew.
Let's start something. I'm with it.
All right, so
Are you gonna
got-
tell us the truth? If she
No,
fucks him
I
again,
do-
you gonna tell us the truth?
Yeah, of course.
I'm
So-
gonna tell you the truth.
She's
Why would
gonna
I
tell
lie?
yeah.
So you're, all right,
She's
so
gonna
you're
tell you
cool.
the
You're
truth.
cool with the man showing emotions, crying.
Yeah,
all that.
that's why I said, like, how much crying though? Like, are you crying about every little thing?
Yeah, like, don't be a bitch.
Or are you crying? See, I
So how do
didn't
you
say
differ- How
that.
do you differentiate?
I've
Like,
never called a man
That
the
B word is
word.
insane.
No, I've
That's
never.
insane.
I've never called a man the B word.
Okay.
Deadass.
All
I've
right,
never have.
So, okay.
Now don't
I
clean
was
it up
married
I
for
haven't.
15 years.
Mm,
I saw my husband cry twice.
okay. Was that twice?
Once when his father died, once when his uncle died,
All
who
right,
was like his
understandable.
dad.
Understandable. Okay, like those are understandable cries.
So he was like, right.
Did you ever look at him differently after you saw him cry?
No, of course not.
Okay.
But again, in 15 years, he only cried twice. And they
All right.
were
So
like,
let me ask you this. All right, say in a 5-year relationship, how many cries does a man get?
One a year.
One a year?
And that all depends on, like, if we saw a movie together, it made him tear up, shit like that. Or if I do something really like outstanding for him and
So
make
I'm
him
telling you, she don't
cry.
like emotional men. One a year is not an emotional nigga.
What?
she's like,
I did
like,
something
I'm a
else.
princess.
One
I
every
did
5
something
years
that
is
was
not an emotional
outstanding.
nigga.
All right. Is it feminine for men to go to brunch with their friends?
Are women a part of the brunch party?
No, it's
No,
just the boys.
just a group of
Just the
niggas.
boys.
I
out
mean,
for
they
brunch.
enjoy food and mimosas.
You trailing off over there.
That,
I mean, it's giving
that
me-
sounded real
it's
weak.
giving me feminine vibes over here.
That sounded real weak. What's the truth? What's the truth?
I don't know.
I'm
don't
gonna
know.
say
We'll take
it's
that
not.
as a yes. We'll take no. That's a
I'm
yes.
her yes. I'm gonna say no because then
gotta
if
be a
I
thug to go
attend
out
the
with her, yeah.
brunch,
You gotta be what?
You gotta be a thug to go out. Or you can't even go out to brunch with your boys.
But she been lying this entire time. Like everything she said
I'm not
yes to has been a no.
lying. Oh
Alright.
my gosh.
Next one. This one's a funny one. Blow on hot food.
What the fuck?
So you have to burn the roof of your mouth just to show that you're
Right.
masculine?
That's how alpha males eat.
They eat with their
hilarious.
hands too?
Inside the mouth is
Cavemen.
numb as fuck. They got calluses and shit in there.
No. Like, listen, no. We need them to have we need their mouth. So
Right.
don't burn your mouth.
Okay.
Damn. How many blows though?
A solid 4. A solid.
Yo, I'm sensing a trend here. Like she says yes at first and then just double guess it after.
It starts settling. Yo. She's starting to imagine this shit. Like, yo, she's
That's
out,
exactly
yo,
what
she's
I'm
out,
doing.
She's out at like a dinner. The guy's like blowing the hot soup. Like,
Yo, that's exactly what I'm doing. I'm like, wait, he blew 4, 5, 6 times. Nah,
Yeah, nigga,
that's
8
feminine.
blows, bro. Eat that shit.
Like, just
Be a man.
Just eat it.
Be a man, damn it.
Weak ass nigga.
all right. Text with emojis.
Nah.
Oh, I like emojis.
You
What
like
emojis now?
Give her 10 seconds.
Eggplant? Eggplant emoji with the little like water drops.
Donut.
Donut. Heart emojis. Yeah. I like romance. I like all that cheesy shit. But if it's from someone that I like, I'm already attracted.
I was gonna say, because you don't give off
what?
like
Call her out because she been
I don't
lying
give
to us
a
this
what?
entire
like
time.
be romantic with me type thing.
I can, but it all depends. Like you have to be that person that likes it. Like
to bring that out of you.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Because if not, then you're gonna get
Alright.
this
So we
hardcore,
going feminine or
hardcore
not?
shit.
Feminine
no, not
on the
feminine.
blows.
Emojis
No,
are cool?
It's
Oh,
cool.
emojis.
What about good morning text?
Oh, I don't like good morning texts. I feel like I actually told a guy one day, like, take me out the rotation.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't like a morning
Yeah.
text either.
What if you're the
Yeah, I
only
don't
What do you
one
want
on
him?
rotation?
What do you want him to say? What's up?
What's good, bitch?
How's your What up, bitch? He doesn't have, I mean,
She's like,
you just,
"Oh,
how,
so
how did
whack."
you
No, you know what it is? I feel like we are at an age where a good morning text every single morning is not necessary.
Mm,
I just don't think that it needs to be an everyday thing.
okay.
So how do you introduce a conversation?
But
I
someone-
prefer a good night.
a good night.
Right,
Yes,
me
because you're
too.
thinking about me
So
before you go to bed.
Don't talk to
Right.
you all day. Just say good night. That's
No,
it.
I didn't say all
All
that.
right,
I'm
all
just
right.
saying, like, you could be like, oh, how's your day been? Did you eat? I appreciate did you eat more? Did you eat? How was your day? How was work?
That's all shit I don't care about. Like
You don't care about none of that shit?
none of that shit.
Because I work in healthcare and it's very stressful. So I'm like, I want you to like care about how was my day.
Okay.
I
My
don't want you
mental,
to
how's
care
my
about
mental?
how was my day.
You don't want you to
I hate when people ask me how was work, because work is work. It was fucking work. Don't ask me about
I
work.
agree with that. I hate the how was work shit.
Yeah.
So.
Really?
I might have had a good day at work. Might have had a bad day.
Right,
I'ma just say good- I'ma
exactly.
say
I
good
might
or
have gotten
bad,
slapped
like,
by a
yeah.
patient. Like, how do you know?
Like, don't ask me how was work. You can say how was your day, but don't ask me like specifically how was work.
All right, just
Don't
text
do
her a
that.
fucking eggplant emoji. That's it. Call
An
it a
eggplant
day.
and a donut.
That's like that's a bat signal.
Call it,
No,
call
I
it a
just-
day. All right, next one. Order dessert or be a frequent like Starbucks goer.
Starbucks
what?
give feminine
You go out
vibes.
to eat, he
Starbucks
orders
gives you
dessert.
feminine vibes. Like
Starbucks
like,
give
yo,
me feminine
all right, you go
vibes.
on a
That's
date. A guy goes up.
crazy.
He takes out for a coffee date, right? He goes up to order the Starbucks thing, but
Coffee
he's like,
date.
like he.
I do coffee. Listen,
Nigga, I want to eat, nigga.
No, I do coffee
That's some hood
dates.
shit. That's you from the hood.
Coffee
No,
date, nigga.
I do
Coffee
coffee
date.
dates. I do coffee
See,
dates.
she from Connecticut now. That's some
So,
Connecticut shit.
My first dates. So when I'm like on my dating app or whatever, and we agree to meet for the first time, I always do a coffee date. It has to be in the fucking daytime, and it needs to be somewhere where it's like a lot of people. And she always has my location. I'll send her like a picture of the guy's face, phone number, everything.
Guys aren't fucking creeps like that.
But
Like I hate
you
this
been-
notion that we're putting out there that guys are fucking like.
I know.
No,
but
guys
you just
are
never
creeps.
know.
There are creeps
This
out
narrative,
there,
right?
There's
Yo, it's like,
creeps
one-
out there, but it's like
guy-
1% of
one guy
guys.
doesn't, he ruins it for like one guy will be a creep to a woman, and that'll ruin every man for her for the rest of her
Absolutely.
life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
PTSD.
Not even her life, like everyone else around her. Like
Yeah.
I feel like guys.
Like
guys
I
really
know
don't-
this girl, and this is what happened to us. So we're not
9
doing
times
that.
out of 10,
Exactly.
we're not even focused on you, like that. Like
And
we're not
it's-
really focused on you to fucking kidnap you and kill you.
You never know.
You drove an hour away to like a random location just now.
A lot of listen, I'm a true crime junkie. A lot of serial killers are very charismatic.
We could have been serial killers right now, and you still came here.
I mean, it's all
That
for
is- who
content.
got-
Are you going to
who
do it
got-
on the camera?
Who got your location?
It's all for
This
content.
is our
nigga.
footage. We could shut this shit off. We can save this shit for later.
People
Hey, bro,
know.
what are you trying to sell here?
I'm just saying, like,
When we were
I'm
driving,
getting- I'm getting
when we
creeped
were on
out.
the way here, I
I'm just
thought that I'm
saying,
like, should we have brought some mace or something? I mean, we
no
went
one
to
got
this
your
strange
location right now, but y'all
person's
safe
house.
enough to
No,
come here.
someone
like,
does have our location.
oh,
Come on.
whatever.
My kids.
I'm
My
from
kids
the
have
hood.
my
Come on
location.
Look,
now.
I'm telling you, guys do not really want to kill y'all that bad.
I'm a woman that has trust issues. Like people
We don't
know
want to rape you
that.
that badly.
All right, next one. Is it feminine for a man to take selfies?
No. I mean, don't overdo it though.
What's overdoing it?
Here we go. They give
What's overdoing
the answer first, and then the real answer comes on.
Okay,
after.
wait. Is he taking them and posting them, or he's just taking them?
Posting them.
But what does it
Oh,
matter if he's
posting?
posting them
That's
or
it.
not?
Feminine.
Posting, yeah.
I'm
Posting,
appalled
that's
right
it.
now. Like,
All right, fellas, you heard him. You can take the selfies, just don't let it leave your phone.
you
I
can't
like
live.
the,
You
I
gotta
like the men that post like every 6 months.
Okay.
stay at home. Don't do nothing. Like, don't leave your house at all.
Don't
Nah,
I mean-
nah. You can post your
You
selfies,
can live your life
but
and not post it.
Okay.
I'm talking about everything. Off of this list, we can't do nothing.
Yo,
Like,
Of course y'all can.
All right. Next one. Order fruity drinks or dessert.
I'm gonna have to go with the fruity drinks is a feminine trait.
I'm a
Dessert,
fruity drink
no.
nigga. Like, I love me a fruity drink.
Yo, you go out there and order some lemon
Bro,
drop
I'm getting the
shots.
most bitch drink
Some-
on the
sex-
menu. Like,
Sex on the beach.
you think I want
don't
fucking
do that.
Shit's
Patron?
delicious though.
Patron straight? I don't want that shit.
Henny straight.
Yeah, that's my type of
I'm
dude
drinking
right
whiskey.
there.
I'm
Straight.
drinking whiskey when we
I'm
go.
looking
Outta
for the
here.
guy that's drinking cognac, like straight.
Get the
Right.
fuck
His
out of here.
body's just dying like slowly. in
That's
front of her.
That's BDE right there.
That's
Yeah, it really
cognac.
is,
Yeah,
though.
BDE.
Gotcha,
And you're just
gotcha.
having
That's
like,
one of them niggas that you can
whiskey
smell the
neat.
liquor fucking pouring out of their,
All
their
right.
skin.
Whiskey neat, right?
Next
There we
one. Wears those dangly earrings or has a nose piercing.
Nah, nose piercing is not feminine.
All right, so nose piercing for me, I used to think that nose piercings were
Yeah,
were
got
kind
one.
of
Dangling,
feminine.
dangling era is coming soon. I'm telling you.
I know. I see it in you. I see that's in you. I think it's gonna be.
But you know
Coming
what?
soon.
No, I dated this guy. Well, very briefly dated this guy, and he had his nose pierced, and he had a dangly earring, and then on the other side he had like a little pearl. And I used to love him. I didn't care about none of that stuff, so I don't
She's
see it
sick
like that
right
anymore.
now. she is sick. She's looking at you like, what the
Like, damn,
fuck?
bitch, this what you be fucking with.
These are the saucy ass niggas you like. These
Thought I knew you.
These bitch ass, feminine ass niggas.
She learned it right now.
You saw the look I was giving.
No,
I'm
she's like, I thought I taught you better.
whoever I've been teaching all
Yo,
this
Connecticut
time.
done changed, girl.
Coffee dates, dangling hoop earrings.
I'm done with y'all.
All right. Next one on the list.
Oh, you like dykes? That's what you like.
You like studs.
Sir.
I do though. You know what? I do, but we're not gonna get into that.
I'm done with
That's for the
you.
bonus episode.
That's for the
All right,
Patreon.
Next one. Shivers in the cold.
What the fuck?
It's a real list. I saw
Who
online.
came
Like,
up with this
So they're
list?
basically telling you you're not allowed to be cold.
So I'm dating. I
pretty
gotta
much.
date a
Yo,
mutant. Like,
give them 10 seconds, bro. Let it sit for a little bit.
how cold is it?
I don't know. You never looked at a man.
Isn't it like New York cold or Chicago?
Like,
No.
Is it New York cold or Chicago cold? Like,
You coffee drinking, dangling hoop ass, cold ass nigga.
all right. Is it feminine for a man to shave his armpits?
oh, I don't. I love hair. No, yeah, it's definitely feminine.
What about his pubes?
No, I don't like guys to shave and wax their pubes. No,
Oh,
I
you want
love
a caveman?
hair. I definitely do.
Really?
Yes.
No.
I was
don't
with a
like-
guy one time that shaved everything, his legs, his arm, everything. I'm like, who the
Okay,
fuck?
no,
Like a
that's
sea-
that's
fucking sea whale.
excessive.
Because he had, well, you know who it is. He had mad tattoos.
Oh, so All right.
I'm like, I'm not gonna say the
Sure know who
name.
it is.
But yeah, no, I hated it.
Yeah, I wouldn't want my guy to like shave his underarm.
Okay.
I don't mind the pubes though. Shave your pubes
No,
because I don't
he
want to
shaved
choke on
his
your hair.
underarms, everything. He shaved everything.
I hate that.
I have actually never heard a woman say that she wants a man to have a bush down there.
I've heard that before.
It doesn't have to be like a full on Teen Wolf.
She's
bush.
like, not a bush. Trim your shit.
but
Just
like,
don't shave it.
yeah, just don't shave it off completely. Like I'm
Okay.
good with like hair. I'm good with that.
All right. Okay.
I just like chest hair. I love chest hair.
I love that too.
All right. Is it feminine for a man to have scented candles in his house?
No.
Let it sit. Let it sit. Don't
No,
don't
no,
move
no,
on
no.
yet.
No,
no,
not
move on
at
yet.
all.
You're good with the candles.
Okay.
I've gifted a man candles.
Yeah, me too.
All right.
I have.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'll take that one. Is it feminine for a man to block women on social media or
Yeah, I
or
blocked before, too.
or block numbers or and send long text messages?
I've
Yes.
gotten that.
That's feminine.
Yep.
You gotta be accessible, even after you're toxic.
Yep.
I like that shit. Like if you block, like if I block you, I expect you to create another page
Are you for
and
real?
write to me. Yes.
You'll
All right.
be-
No,
you will-
I'm
you will
not
be sick.
delusional like her, but
You'll be sad. Like,
Yes.
no, you know what I did though? I blocked this one guy one time, and I unblocked him like 2 days later, and then I was like, "Why haven't you followed me back?"
See,
And
there
he's
we
like,
go.
"You blocked me." I was like, "And then I unblocked you, so why aren't you following
You're
me
supposed
again?"
to look every
Like,
day to see if
hello?
you're unblocked. What are you doing?
Man.
That just tells me that like you're gonna keep coming. Like you can handle my shit.
Right, exactly.
What?
I mean,
Yeah.
Is that not insane to you?
No, because I'm self-aware. I know that I can be a lot to deal with, and I need to know that you can handle this.
Rather than correcting the shit that you need to handle.
I do correct it, but then
Rather than fixing your fuck ups, like you want the nigga to handle your shit.
No, I be fixing my fuck.
I don't believe that shit at all.
I do.
Not even a little bit. I feel like here's your fuck ups. This is you right here, just stewing in it.
I'm a work in progress.
There we go.
How long this work has been since birth?
Any day now.
It's coming. It's coming.
now.
It's coming.
It's my Jordan year. It's coming.
All right. Oh, next one. I found this one funny. Is it feminine for a man to run for the bus if he missed it? I'm not gonna lie to you. That one,
That's a funny sight.
I know that's a tough one.
if it's a New York bus, it is, because New York buses come every like 10 minutes. So why you running? If it's Connecticut that comes every hour on the hour, then it's not feminine.
So just be patient. Be
I
patient.
ain't gonna lie to you. I'm running for that bitch. Like, I'm running for that motherfucker.
Running for the bus? Who
Yeah,
came
I
up
don't
with
even
this
run
list?
for the bus.
Bro,
Like,
these
who
are all,
are you?
these are all things that women have considered feminine on social media.
I believe it.
Yeah,
I believe it.
This is like the short list.
What?
That shit
There
is
was
that
like
long.
there was like literally 100 things like on the list, like of like things that
Oh,
women like.
God.
consider
Why
fe-
men don't do
Who
stuff
pays
like
attention to all of that though? That's kind of sad.
Women?
Yeah. Hi, people.
And I
Listen,
guarantee there's people
I'm
below
a
them
woman,
saying,
but I don't agree with like 60% of the things that women do. I just want to say that I am not a feminist.
you
at
agreed with
all.
80% of the shit that he says. So
I
far.
said most of them. I said no, it's
you
not
lied to us.
feminine.
You lied to us.
I'm not lying. You know what?
So you don't consider yourself a feminist?
Yeah, me
I
neither.
don't.
Yeah,
Why
me
not?
neither.
What do you
Because a lot of the shit that we do is bullshit. Like we want all these equal rights and all this bullshit, but it's not because we want the equal rights. It's because we just want to have like this power and control over men.
Right. It's a
That's mostly
power
what it's
thing.
about. It's a power thing.
All right, with that list being concluded, let me ask you this: do you consider most men, or just do you feel like men are just becoming more feminine in general, or like you think that's just like a false narrative, like spread by like people?
No, men have become feminine. Not all men, of course,
I
but
don't
a lot
think
of men
that
have.
they've become feminine. I think that they've just become more comfortable in what things are more acceptable now. As a society as a whole. Because the shit you do now is not the same that you could do in the 70s and the 80s. Like men weren't allowed to cry. Like that was just unheard, especially like in Hispanic homes.
Oh yeah, for
and
sure.
stuff.
I mean,
Like you couldn't cry. You couldn't
but
even
just
like.
said they're only allowed to cry once a year.
I said once a year.
There's a reason why we feel that way
Okay.
because this is how we were brought up.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah.
men don't cry, but I don't do that. I don't know if you guys picked up, but I'm a widow,
Okay.
and I encourage my boys to cry. So I have 2 boys and 2 girls, and I
Okay.
encourage my boys to cry because losing your dad is a big deal.
I feel like a lot of women are like this towards their sons. I feel like you guys are very like progressive with your own kids, but you don't apply these same standards to the actual men that date you, which can be very confusing. to men. I can see you, like, obviously it's like, have you ever heard like women say like don't ever hit a woman, right? Like no matter what, right? But ask that same question to a woman with a son and ask her, what if a little girl comes up to your son and punches him in the face? Most women tell, well, I'm gonna tell my son to hit that
Hit
girl
back.
back, right? But at the same time, when that woman's beating on her boyfriend, right, she's expecting nothing back, right?
That's true.
So I don't encourage hitting at all.
Okay.
No, I
I'm
really
just using
don't.
that as an example. You
No,
know what
I
mean?
know,
Like,
but I don't encourage hitting at all.
She doesn't
Like,
even hit her own kids.
Yeah, I don't hit my kids, and my friends and my family tell me that I'm too soft because I don't hit them. I really don't. So it's like when they acting up and I tell them, you need to chill, like you need to cool it because I don't ever hit you. So don't make me. Like don't make me. I don't want to do that. And it works because I actually don't hit them. So I don't encourage violence in any way.
Good. I just want you to, make sure these standards are applied to the men that you date. That's all. That's the end of today's message, right?
It's probably different though because it's like your kids and then it's like the man you're trying to date. So it's like I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I'm just saying I don't have kids, so I can't say. But it's probably different. They probably view it differently.
True.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, niggas out here, we got no fucking leeway.
It's
We got no
it's
leeway.
tough. It's tough being a guy in today's generation, man.
But that's because people like move and date based on what society tells them.
Instead of
You know
they
what I mean?
actually like.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like, let's say, for example, a woman likes a certain type of man. She cares too much to like what her family and her friends think about this one guy, even though she might like him, like everything about him. But society is telling her that that man is feminine.
Okay.
And that he's not a good look for her. So she'll, she won't date him or she won't take him seriously.
Has it ever happened to you guys? Like where you didn't date a guy
Nah.
because like your family or friends didn't care for him?
Absolutely. I don't conform to anything like societal norms. So I don't even, I've dated dudes that, my friends didn't like. I'm like, okay, you're not fucking him. I'm fucking him. So don't worry. I don't care what you think about him.
Okay. That's some real shit.
Yeah.
How about you, bro?
I was about to ask her a question that fucked me up. Go ahead. What was the thing?
No, go ahead. Ask it.
Nah, go ahead. We're past it. We're past it. We're past it. What was the question?
Have you ever not dated someone because like your family or your friends wouldn't like approve of that person?
Nah, honestly, no.
I mean, I think for guys it's different. Like nobody gives a fuck, right?
Yeah,
Like,
nobody really cares.
Yo, you know what it is?
That's not true. Your mothers care. I'll tell you that.
Not really.
Nah, my mom has shit on every girl I've ever brought.
Really?
Really?
Yo, I
Every
tell
girl.
my son, listen, I tell my son, my teenager, I tell him, I'm like, nobody's going to be good enough for you. Nah,
That's
but I'm lying. I'm like,
horrible.
no, I'm lying. But I'm lying about it because
No, I think my mom was dead ass.
no. I do tell him
It's
though.
coming true.
I was like, look, I do tell him, I was like, no matter who you marry, like, I'm here. And she's gonna be
Which
here.
is
That, and I
which
don't
is-
agree with
I mean,
that.
so
is
like,
wrong,
what?
which is like
how would you?
Yeah, I don't
How would
agree
you
with
feel
that.
if a guy you're dating had his mother higher than you?
Yeah.
My husband did.
And that obviously bothered you.
It did.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It did.
Yeah, I
It
don't
did.
know. I don't agree
But-
with
You
that.
see what I mean? This is what I mean. Like, yo, they
The
have
standards
standards
are
for their
different.
kids that they don't apply for the people that they date.
Honestly, I do feel like your husband comes first and then like
yo, your spouse should come first
above anyone.
above your family, your kids, everything.
Yeah, I agree with you.
I don't think so.
I
Yeah.
think so. I think one of the biggest issues why relationships don't work now, especially because you ever notice like a relationship will be good, right? Like you'll see two people that they've been dating for a long time, right? And they have a kid. All of a sudden, this relationship just falls apart, right? And it's like, yo, that's a weird thing, right? Because you would think that
I
relationship
feel
would become
like that
strong.
happens a lot. Like as soon as they have a kid.
No,
it's
but
over.
not. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because I think we've lost like the prioritization of relationships, where like now people. I'm gonna say mostly women, right? But I know it's not in all cases. But in just what I've witnessed, right, that a lot of women when they have kids, they put their kids in front of their husband, in like all aspects of the relationship. And I feel like
1000%,
that
yeah.
drives that relationship apart. I'm sure like there's cases where men do it too, but. And I feel like that's why some many relationships fail when they have kids, because now like that power dynamic is like so off, because now the woman just really does everything for the child and just completely puts the man or the back.
The back burner. I actually had this conversation with other women that are mothers, and they always tell me like, oh, it's because you don't have kids yet, like you don't understand. And I'm like, bet that can be the case, but for me, like in my home, in my upbringing, my mom always put like my stepdad above us. And I mean, like, as far as like, I'm gonna give you an example, a real simple example.
Are they still together?
Yeah, they're actually
See?
still together. Yeah,
Shit
they've been
works.
together since I was 3. They toxic though, but anyway, we ain't gonna
we
get to
all?
that. But as far as like when it came down to like the household, like my stepdad ate first. When dinner was done, like he ate before we did.
But in today's world, right, like a lot of people say otherwise, like the kids should eat first.
Right.
I feel
And
that
that's
way.
probably why I have that mentality now, where like if I was to have kids and have a husband, if I ever get married, which whatever, but I would hold the same like standards in my home. Like, okay, my husband is first, like he's the head of household, or
What up? So you disagree, right?
How could the kids eat first when they didn't provide for the food? Like that's the part that I don't understand.
That's
I'm bringing
what
the food
I'm
into the
saying. I
house.
said my husband
I
would
thought you
eat.
said that you don't agree with that the spouse should come.
The spouse shouldn't come first. I think the parents should come first, and then the spouse is directly after them.
You think that your parents should come above your spouse?
100%.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think like your parents are your parents. You know, they're the ones that like birth you, carried you throughout life. Like nonetheless, regardless of whatever the situation is between you and their spouse, they're always going to be your parents.
So what do you think the
No, I'm not telling you that
order
there has to
should
be.
You say you think it should be your parents, your spouse, then your kids?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I'm not telling you like you let your parents dictate your relationship. That's not what I'm saying.
I think that's a slippery slope. When
That's
you put your
not what
parents
I'm. No,
above-
no.
above your spouse.
No, I'm saying like if I have to choose between my parents and my spouse, I'm choosing my parents. Bottom line.
And
All
I
right.
was in a relationship for 5 years where it was kind of like his parents and then me type of thing. And it always like, it was a conflict.
I mean, it'll be that hierarchy,
Between-
but you won't feel it. You know, it's not going to be
No,
like,
you feel
well,
it.
no,
Yeah.
that's
I
a
guarantee-
toxic situation.
No, but
like,
I
No,
think that's what
you
I
always
think that's
feel
what
it.
I think that's what it turns into.
Bro, all
I
of
think
my-
in an ideal situation, right? Like nobody's gonna know that they're not number one, right? But it's impossible. I think it's impossible. Like, yo, you're gonna, because it's always gonna come a point where like your mom or your parents are gonna say something else, and your spouse is gonna say something, right? And
Where
when you
they're
pick-
gonna
and then when you-
disagree, and whoever you side
that's
with,
a clear.
it's a
Yo,
wrap.
if I have $1,000 to my name and
Nah,
I'm giving my mom or my spouse
make it better for you.
I'm
All
giving
right.
my mom it.
You're
Ooh.
there. You got your mom. You got
Yeah.
your wife hanging off the ledge. You only got to
Pick my mom up.
Wow.
I can't get me another mother. I can get me another girl. I'm picking my
You
mom
can't
up.
get another love of your life.
I'm so toxic. I'm like, then go fuck your mama then.
Fuck it.
Like, damn.
Fuck it. Tell me that on your way down to the ground.
No, I think your spouse should definitely come above everybody.
Nah, that's
Yo,
crazy,
actually,
bro.
I think it's
So
actually.
I'm the only person in this room who thinks that your kids should come before.
Yeah, that's an insane
Yes.
thought. That's an insane thought to
Let
begin
me-
with.
and actually, I think it's actually very narcissist to put your kids above your spouse,
Ooh.
Why?
because the way I look at it, right, your kids are actually a part of you, right? They're just another version of you, right? So you loving them more than your actual spouse is just an extension of you loving yourself more than your spouse, because you're just loving a different version of you.
Psychoanalyzed you right now.
Right, but I don't see it that way. My kids are nothing like me.
They're still-
We could get some more kids.
No, but-
you ain't getting another me.
But they're,
No,
but they're still,
listen.
but they're still a part. That's just my theory.
So, when I asked my husband, because you fill out paperwork or whatever at the hospital, and I would always tell him, like, if it ever comes to the point where it's like me or the baby, like, save the baby because I've already lived, and he would be like, no, are you fucking crazy? Like, it's gonna be you because we can always have another baby.
I don't even know this
Which
kid.
makes sense.
He's like,
exactly.
I'm not
I
gonna
don't know
have
this nigga.
another you, and I used to be like, no, like, whatever. Anyway, but I don't know. My kids come above anything and everything.
I appreciate the
I-
heartwarming mother gesture, but that baby gone.
I think honestly,
that baby's out of here.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
I think people that typically do that end up being single for most of their life.
hmm
That's just my theory. Hope it doesn't happen.
But then again, I mean, the thing is, okay, so I met my husband when I was 18, and he was all I knew for the majority of my life. So I've been single now for 2 years, but it's like, this is the first time that I'm single as an adult, really. Oh, with the exception of a year that we separated, but
you get lit that year.
what?
You got lit. You got lit
What?
that year.
Yo, that's
What?
when I met her. Nah.
Bodies.
Like snowfall. Bodies,
no,
bodies,
no,
bodies.
no, no, no. No, it wasn't
She
even
she
like
need a
that.
teardrop. She need a tattoo a teardrop on her.
Damn, no.
That's my girl, guys. Let's cut it out.
Shit. Yo, y'all roasting me here today.
Welcome to the GinTV podcast.
But yeah, no, I felt like our relationship was very much a partnership.
Mhm.
Everything we did, we always did together. Our decisions, we always made them together, or at least he made me feel like we did.
See, and that's a good manipulation. That's how you should be as a husband. You should be making your wife think she's got some say in this
Wow.
shit.
Yes, no, but
No.
absolutely.
Icy shit manipulation.
No, nah, yo.
Right here. Dap it up.
We're good at that.
Yeah, so was he.
And y'all lasted.
Boy, right, exactly. So yeah, so he was all I knew. So this is the first time that I'm like single and dating and whatever, and like my
All
whole
right,
life.
so before we end this podcast, let me ask you one last question. Then. So,
What's up?
how have the streets been treating you?
Terrible,
Terrible.
fucking terrible.
Do you recommend the streets for anybody out there
Fuck
thinking
no.
about getting in them?
Nah, don't do it.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. Don't even do it. Like my view has changed so much in the last 2 years, as far as like what I want or whatever, and I can't even say that I want to be monogamous anymore, like in a relationship.
Yeah, we spoke about this.
Yeah, like
You'll be poly?
yeah.
Like woman or men?
I don't know, whatever comes my way.
The men is crazy.
Yo, whoever,
The men is insane.
bro, whoever's in the Uber.
Oh wow. Damn. No, but my husband and I were like that. Like we were adventurous and we experimented and we like did shit together. So
I'm cool with experimenting with another woman, but another nigga guy.
So it's
okay.
like now I would want my new partner to kind of like be that way.
Okay.
But
With another woman, right? Not another guy.
Stay tuned.
I guess.
You got your answer right there.
That's not adventuring.
No, that's adventurous as fuck.
Right, exactly.
That's some Indiana Jones adventures, man. I don't know.
That's not adventure. That's a fucking war.
Not indie.
All right, but I want to thank y'all for coming on. Where can they listen to y'all podcast? Check y'all out.
We're on all streaming platforms. You can find LadiesPitch on Instagram at LadiesPitch and on Twitter, Pitch718.
Y'all heard them? Definitely tap in with them. They got some interesting conversations. And before we leave out, I definitely want to give a big shout out to Conversations with Zoe, which is actually the reason we were able to even network and do this collab. Big shout out to you, bro, for starting that group chat. And for everybody in it, like I said, yo, tap in, man. Like, yo, don't be shy. There's 25 podcasts in that group. Like, I'm only hearing from like three of y'all. Like, yo, let's all collab. Let's network. Let's grow together. But like as always, like, subscribe, drop a comment. We'll see you on next episode.
Hit you with the stiff on, tell them get off me.